Good morning, guys. As you can tell, we got a little bit of snow, maybe about an inch or two. On today's episode of Cornbread and Crap Boxes, I'm gonna be taking Copper and getting him a new pair of shoes. Make sure y'all tune in. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go hit that subscribe button. I'm sure y'all want to see more of me and my good old cornbread content. Welcome to the channel. So we're going to give Copper a good old cold start this morning. Pull out the choke. 3 pumps. I'd say it's probably around 30, 35 degrees, so it's cold enough. It definitely ain't no Alaskan -40 temperatures, but it's cold enough for this old inline six. All right, here we go. Ooh, looky there. I had to pump the fuel a few times. Turn this choke off, see what it does. Okay. Had to hold the gas there for a little while just to get it to where it could idle. It's idling a little rough this morning, but it's to be expected because I don't think I have the high idle set on that carburetor just right. I think it's doing pretty good for its cold morning. See if the defrost works. Nothing. Nothing. Well, looks like I'm gonna be cleaning this windshield off by hand. Don't you dare. I'm gonna have to sit in here and just let it run for a little while. Oil pressure's good. This thing ain't got hot even since the first day I bought it, so I know it ain't gonna do that. Alright, she is cleaned off good enough. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and hop in them and I'll meet you guys at the shop. Alright guys, let me show you what I got here. I got it jacked up on that side in front, and I got jack stands back there. This side was starting to lock up on me on the way here, so I probably have a caliper sticking. The hose is probably collapsed too, but I was getting fluid through it whenever I was bleeding it from the caliper, you know, right there where the hose is at. So I might look and see if I can get a caliper for this thing and see if it fixes the problem, and just don't worry about the hose, because I'm afraid that if I start messing with that hose, I'll have to end up replacing another line, and I ain't doing that today. And these are the tires that's going back on it. Thunder's 235 75 15. It's a cheaper tire, but it's a decent looking tire. The truck has 31s on it, and it does look better with 31s, but these 235s were a little easier on the pocket. It's a 50,000 mile tire, so I'll probably get about half that, you know, life on it. And this is just in case I decide to sell Copper after I get all the kinks worked out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them just yet, because I want to make more content for y'all, and I'm doing a lot of content with the Bullnose, but I got the Dodge now, and I want to get, you know, a few more vehicles in and out, you know, so that way it'll be a little bit more exciting for y'all, and so that way it'll be a little bit more interesting to watch, and it won't be the same old thing over and over again. But I tell you what, y'all tell me, put it down in the comments if you think I should keep Copper and keep on working on them, or if I should just get the few small things that's wrong with them done, get an inspection, and then sell them to somebody else and buy something else. Y'all put that down there for me and just let me know what you think I should do, because I'm real indecisive right now. But I know one thing, usually when I get exhaust put on something, it's hard for me to get rid of it. At least for about a year or two. You know, you just like driving around here, you know, the Bellering and everything, people looking at you, go up and down Main Street, and they're just like, whoa, is that an inline six? Because it sounds like a bumblebee, but it's my bumblebee, you know what I mean? All right, I got her off, and you know the typical rust deal these things have. They've been sitting for a long time, but honestly, that rotor is cleaning up. The hose don't look too dry rotted, so it don't look too bad. But of course, the problem with these hoses is they'll allow fluid to come in, but not to come back through, and that's the reason why the calipers start sticking. But who knows? We're gonna look and see what we can do here. All right, so here's where I'm at. I went ahead and got that bracket and that bolt and this little spring right here. I call it a spring, I don't know what you call it, but it pretty much just holds the caliper tight up against this little lip right here. Got it out. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and try to tackle and get that line off. It seems like that somebody has maybe replaced this line before. I won't have it here till 5 o'clock this evening. It might not even come in till tomorrow, but the caliper for sure is coming this evening. So I might just go ahead and see and put that caliper on and see if it fixes it and not worry about the hose. But I don't know, I might just wait and see what I'm gonna do. Other than that, I have 3 out of the 4 tires on already, mounted and balanced. Levi helped me with them, but I'm not gonna show you what they look like until after I get this brake put down. I'll get back with you whenever I have an update. Looky here, fellers. Got her loose. No, I'm not talking to myself, Chris. I'm talking to my phone. No, but I got it loose. No thanks to Chris. He's never any help.
I was on there cheering you on. You can do it, Brandon. You can turn it to the left. Turn it to the left, Lucy.
Are you going to lunch yet? But that was a godsend. Now all I have to do is pretty much just wait for the rubber line. And I know this side will come off because I've already had it off trying to bleed the brakes. So everything's looking good. Look at the professional hole coverage though. I did do a good job. All right, guys, it's the next day. As you can see, it's pretty dark outside. Working underneath the light, and it ain't caused by no mishaps or anything. Everything pretty much went well. The only thing I was waiting on was the parts store. AutoZone said they had the caliper there yesterday, but they was just waiting on the brake hose, so they had to order it, hoping it was going to come in around 5 yesterday, but it did come in, and it was too late for them to drive it out. So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to wait on it till tomorrow. Hopefully I have my parts there, and I can get a work on it about 12, so, you know, wait for it to warm up and everything. And lo and behold, parts wasn't here. Called them, waited till about 2:30, 3 o'clock, sent out the caliper. It was the wrong side, so had to call them, had to run up there and just go ahead and get it ourselves. So that was a big old mess, and this is where we're at now. Go ahead and send it. It's not cross-threading, it's just where I ain't got an extension on this thing. I promise. It's just putting it in a bind. But I'm gonna see if I can't get this thing on here. It's already bled. Drive it, see how it does. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow, or the next day, or next week. Just depends on whenever I have time, you know? It's Christmas. Gotta spend it with the family. But y'all are important too. So I'm just gonna have to do it, ain't I? So this is the end of the episode, and I think Copper cleaned up pretty good. It's really made a big difference on them, putting the new tires on them, going to give him a bath. It's really given him what old trucks and old cars like this really need, which is just a little bit of love. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Cornbread and Crab Boxes. Make sure y'all tune in to get some more of this cornbread content, and we'll see y'all fellers later.